Welcome to AI Unveiled, Daily Brief, where we peel back the layers of artificial intelligence to reveal the human stories beneath the code. I'm your host, Asif Waliuddin, and today is Thursday, February 27th, 2025. In the dance between innovation and expectation, we find ourselves at a curious inflection point. The honeymoon phase of generative AI has given way to something more substantial, a marriage of convenience between financial pragmatism and technological promise. Today we explore how the AI landscape is shifting from dazzling demonstrations to dollars and cents, with CFOs emerging as the new gatekeepers of innovation. We'll dive into Nvidia's latest chapter in their remarkable story and explore what Amazon's Alexa makeover tells us about the evolution of our digital companions. There's a story unfolding in boardrooms across the tech landscape, one where the protagonist isn't the visionary CTO or the innovation-hungry CEO, but rather the measured, calculating CFO. According to recent industry insights, more than 70% of conversations that AI enterprise tool developers are having with potential customers now involve a CFO, up from less than 5% just a year ago. This isn't just a change in meeting attendees. It represents a fundamental shift in how businesses approach AI investment. The era of experimentation is waning. The time of ROI has arrived. 1 year ago, companies were eager to announce new chief AI officer positions, to try out dozens of different AI tools, to be seen as leaders in the AI revolution. Today, the language has changed. The questions have evolved from "what model are you using?" to "how quickly will this cut costs?" This shift isn't surprising to those of us who've weathered previous technological upheavals. The pattern is familiar. Excitement gives way to expectation, and those who control the purse strings eventually demand evidence that the magic translates to margins. What's particularly telling is how CFOs are framing these investments. Many are explicitly positioning AI as an alternative to hiring more staff, a productivity multiplier, rather than simply another line item in the technology budget. It's a sobering realization that much of today's AI is being implemented to reduce costs rather than boost revenue in new ways. For those building in the AI space, the message is clear. The skeptics have entered the chat, and they're asking tougher questions. The days of getting budget approval based on technological novelty alone are fading fast. Speaking of financial realities in the AI world, let's turn our attention to Nvidia, which continues its remarkable run as the backbone of the AI revolution. Yesterday's earnings report from Nvidia painted a picture of continued strength, with the company projecting 65% revenue growth to $43 billion in the current fiscal quarter. CEO Jensen Huang's simple statement, "We will grow strongly in 2025, carries the quiet confidence of someone holding the strongest hand at the table. What's fascinating about Nvidia's position is how they're responding to challengers. As companies like ARM suggest there's room for specialized inference chips, Huang is quick to remind the market that the vast majority of computing workloads Nvidia chips handle are actually inference already. It's a classic move to defend territory. Reframe the battlefield before your competitors can establish a beachhead." Perhaps most interesting was Huang's direct message to AI chip startups. Just because a chip is designed doesn't mean it gets deployed. It's a subtle but pointed reminder that technical achievement and market adoption are separate mountains to climb. The subtext here is powerful. Nvidia isn't just selling silicon. They're selling an ecosystem, a proven track record, and the peace of mind that comes with choosing the market leader when billions are on the line. Huang also made a bold prediction worth noting, that AI computing workloads will multiply by millions of times in the coming years. If that vision materializes, even massive data center projects with price tags in the hundreds of billions will seem like proactive investments rather than extravagant gambles. In other significant developments, Amazon has finally unveiled its long-awaited makeover for Alexa, now branded as Alexa Plus. This new iteration promises to be chattier, more helpful, and more personalized, essentially addressing the limitations that have relegated many voice assistants to simple timer setting and music playing devices. This revamp comes at a critical time, as the promise of ambient computing, technology that recedes into the background of our homes while remaining useful, has largely gone unfulfilled. The original vision of voice assistants as the primary interface to our digital lives has been eclipsed by the smartphones we carry everywhere. Amazon's challenge is substantial. Can Alexa Plus transcend its current role as a convenient, but limited utility to become an essential, irreplaceable companion. The technical barriers have certainly diminished with advances in large language models, but the question of whether consumers are ready to re-embrace voice assistants remains open. What makes this moment particularly fascinating is that we're witnessing the convergence of two AI paradigms: the controlled, command-based voice assistants of yesteryear and the more fluid, contextual intelligence of modern LLMs. Will this hybrid approach finally deliver on the promise that prompted millions to welcome these devices into their homes in the first place? In funding news, the AI ecosystem continues to attract significant capital despite the increased scrutiny from CFOs we discussed earlier. Several noteworthy raises announced this week include Camber, which is automating healthcare claims payments, securing $30 million in a Series B round, led by Andreessen Horowitz. Unique, building AI agents for finance, also raised $30 million in their Series A round, led by DN Capital and Commerce Ventures. In the more experimental realm, Portola raised $10 million to develop animated AI companions. A reminder that not all AI investment is focused solely on cost-cutting enterprise tools. On the product front, IBM has released the Granite 3.2 family of models, which includes an open-source reasoning model, another indicator that the ability to reason through problems step by step is emerging as a crucial battleground in AI development. DeepSeek is accelerating the release timeline for its R2 model, originally planned for May, presumably in response to competitive pressures in the rapidly evolving foundation model landscape. Before we close today, I'd like to reflect on what these developments collectively tell us about where we stand in the AI journey. We're witnessing a natural growth, from the wide-eyed wonder of, look what AI can do, to the more grounded question of, what can AI do for us? This evolution isn't a diminishment of AI's potential. Rather, it's a necessary step towards sustainable integration into our businesses and lives. The entrance of CFOs into AI purchasing decisions isn't something to lament. It's the market's way of separating substance from spectacle, of ensuring that these powerful technologies deliver tangible value rather than just impressive demos. For builders in this space, the message is clear: align with genuine human and business needs. Create tools that don't just showcase the capabilities of AI, but translate those capabilities into outcomes people value enough to pay for. As we navigate this new landscape where financial pragmatism meets technological potential, the winners will be those who can speak both languages fluently, who understand that innovation without application is just an interesting experiment, and that the most powerful AI isn't necessarily the most advanced, but the most useful. That's our daily brief for today. Until tomorrow, I'm Asif Waliuddin, reminding you that behind every algorithm is a human story, waiting to be unveiled.